everyone, welcome to the fourth video of class 10th history chapter Print Culture and the Modern World. Topic 3.3 Print and Dissent. Now children, criticism of Roman Catholic Church increased so much that they started maintaining an index of prohibited books from 1558. That means that they started publishing a list of books which could not be printed and read by people. Now how did this start? In 16th century there was a miller in Italy whose name was Minocchio. He reinterpreted the message of Bible. He wrote a lot of things like he said Pope has no authority given to him by God. He even said that the laws and commandments that are given or made by church are just for making money, just for doing business and nothing else. And not only him, there were other people also who read his ideas and started questioning the church. So church started fearing that all this might lead to decrease in their power and authority. So they started maintaining an index of prohibited books from 1558. And what happened with Minocchio? He was tried by the court of Roman Catholic Church, which was called as Inquisition, and then later on he was executed. That means he was given death sentence. Topic 4 The Reading Mania. Then many types of books were printed in Europe. Like in England, penny chapbook were printed. So penny because they were sold for a penny, and chapbook means a pocket-sized book. So there was the people who sold them were called as peddlers or chapmen, and they were sold for a penny. So it meant they were meant for poor people. As you can see in the picture, the books were very thin and having less pages. Next one was Bibliothèque Bleue, which came up in France. These were also small books written on cheap paper and they had a blue cover. So the word bleu, it's a French word which means blue. Then newspapers and journals were printed, which had variety of information like current affairs, entertainment, wars, trade, lot of information was given. Then writings of many philosophers became very common, like writings of Thomas Paine, Voltaire, Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Their philosophy, their ideas became popular and they were printed widely. And ideas of scientists were also printed. Many scientific things came up like maps, diagrams, inventors and their inventions, like the invention of Isaac Newton. Now let's discuss topic 4.1 and topic 4.2. Now topic 4.1 is Tremble, therefore, tyrants of the world. Now who said this and why? So Louis Sebastian Mercier, he was a novelist in 18th century France, and he once said, the printing press is the most powerful engine of progress, and public opinion is the force that will sweep despotism away. By this, he meant that printing press is the most powerful tool which will lead to progress in the society. That means when people will read books, they will become knowledgeable and their opinions will change. And when public opinion will change, it will sweep despotism away. When people will read, their opinions will change. They will start questioning the church, the king, the authorities, and this will remove despotism. What is despotism? It's that system where the monarch is very cruel, has unlimited power. So when people will question, that power will also go away. Kings have to change. In many of the Mercier novels, the heroes are transformed by the acts of reading. They devour books and are lost in the world books create and become enlightened in the process. Mercier was a novelist, and in his novels, a normal man used to become a hero after reading lots of books. And they devour books. Devour means eat hungrily. So, books were not eaten, but they were read passionately. So, by reading lots and lots of books, the heroes used to become enlightened. That means knowledgeable in the process. And Mercier once proclaimed, Tremble, therefore, tyrants of the world, tremble before the virtual writer. By this, he meant that the tyrants means the despots, which means the monarchs having unlimited power who are very cruel. So, a despot, a tyrant, it's similar words. So, by this statement, he meant all the tyrants of the world, all the cruel monarchs, they should tremble now. Tremble means to shake, to get afraid, to become cautious. So, they should become cautious before the virtual writer. That means whosoever is writing, whether he is visible or not, the kings should become very cautious. They should be afraid of those writers because the writings will change public opinion and people will start questioning. Next topic is 4.2, print culture and French Revolution. Many historians were of the view that print culture created the conditions within which French Revolution occurred. That means it was one of the reasons for occurrence of French Revolution. So let's see what arguments have been given. So first point is print popularized the idea of enlightenment thinkers like Voltaire and Rousseau. So these people, Voltaire, Rousseau, they were philosophers. They gave a lot of ideas like they argued the rule of reason and rationality rather than custom, which means that there are some certain things that were going on in European society for a long period of time. So they wanted, Voltaire and Rousseau, they wanted that everything should happen with a reason. For example, king was having unlimited authority. First and second estate did not pay taxes. So there has to be a reason behind it. It cannot just be followed on and on just because it is a custom. Then they attacked the sacred authority of church and despotic power of the state, which means they started questioning the authority of church. Should church be allowed to levy taxes? Should it be allowed to give punishments also? And should king have unlimited power? So all these things they started questioning. A new culture of dialogue and debate started. So people started debating and talking on various issues. Some of them were like these only. Should king have unlimited power? Should the church have highest authority? About taxes, about constitution, about voting rights. So people started talking about all these issues and existing ideas and beliefs began to be questioned by the public and people started questioning also because an opinion developed, their eyes opened up, they saw the world through new eyes. And books mocked the royalty and criticized their morality. Lots of pictures, cartoons, caricatures were printed wherein it was shown that monarchy enjoys their life and they have a gala time all the time. And people, the poor people, they keep on suffering. So when people read the ideas and they saw these pictures, it led to the growth of hostile sentiments against monarchy. People got very angry with the monarchy. But children, we must not forget that if people read the ideas of Enlightenment thinkers like Voltaire and Rousseau, they also read the ideas written by monarchy and church. And they were not influenced directly by everything they read or saw. That means they just did not accept every idea blindly because they read many ideas. They accepted some ideas and they rejected the others. They interpreted, that means they understood things in their own way. So print did not directly shape their minds, but print opened up the possibility of thinking differently. Earlier, people only believed that king has to have all the power, church has to have the sacred authority and the highest authority. But now people started thinking in a different way as well. Now let us move to topic 5, the 19th century. Now, this question is on topic 5.1, children, women, and workers. So, the question is 19th century Europe had a large number of readers. So, you have to tell about the readers, the types of readers, and what did they read. So, the first kind of readers were children. After primary education became compulsory, there were lots of books that were printed for children because the number of readers increased. In 1857, a children's press was set up in France, which used to print books only for children. Anything that was found unsuitable for children was never published. And then there were Grimm brothers who were in Germany. They collected folklores. Folklores means unwritten stories. And these were collected for children and then they were published. Then there were women. Women also became important readers as well as writers. There were many books that were printed for women, like penny magazines. They were specifically for them, and manuals, teaching, books on housekeeping, and novels were very popular amongst women. Jane Austen, Bronte sisters, George Eliot, they were popular writers of novels. Then workers. For workers, lending libraries came up. For white collared workers, artisans, lower and middle class people. White collar workers are the top level workers, that means the CEO, COO, managers, the people at top post. And lending libraries, the basically the libraries are always lending libraries where you go and you borrow book for some time period. So earlier, the working hours for laborers were very long. Like for 15, 16 hours, they used to keep working. So after revolutions and some changes in society, the working day became short. That means the number of working hours were reduced. After that, workers started getting some time for reading as well as for self expression. So some workers started writing about politics, autobiographies, they started writing, and they also became important readers. Thank you so much. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.